kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Did my mic mute? This is crazy. Hello. Can anybody hear me? Jay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Jay? I'm wondering if you can hear me now. Working now? Good. All right. Well, here's my guest for today. He's a Central alumni. Okay. I've known this man since he was probably a 7th grader at Western Ando Middle School. Used to come over to Central, always carried a football in his hands. And speaking of University of Troy, he played at University of Troy, and he also played in NFL. Dujaun Harris
What's good,
Fox,
man?
what's
What's
going
good?
on, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Just hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah, how about yourself?
I'm. Hey, listen, just trying to find a good spot with good Wi-Fi.
I
you know,
feel you, man.
on the road traveling. I think this is my first travel podcast. So congratulations.
Oh man.
Hey, it's fun times. Hey, uh, I wanted to have you on because one, you're a fellow alumni. I've known you for quite a while,
Yeah.
and I see that you're giving back to the community and everything. Um, and so I want you to introduce yourself to everybody.
Um. Well, you know me, man. You know I'm not a man of a thousand words. I'm just a kid who got to live out his dream and not trying to keep secrets. I want to try to give that back to the kids and give them a chance to experience things that I got to experience.
Yeah. What tell everybody about your league. Tell everybody about the flag football league that you started up, and tell everybody what your goals are.
Um, well, it's pretty much just like it's considered a rec league. But uh football is different, and it's two different worlds, and I'm starting to realize it. I always knew it was different, but now that I'm a part of it, I'm starting to understand, you know, how it moves.
Yeah.
And some things didn't sit right with me, you know. Um so I'm trying to change things up a little bit. Um Try to bring some of that old school value, the core, uh you know the core football mentality that I grew up with, and get away from this business side of it. I feel like,
Hmm.
it's not. I feel like it's selling the kids short to me. I feel like you're not really benefiting too much out of it. I feel like a lot of people are living through kids in this flag world, you know? And
Yeah.
and I just want to try to provide a platform so these kids can showcase their talent, and especially the girls, because they're giving out scholarships nowadays for flag football. It's
Yes,
growing
they are.
rapidly, and that's a free education, man. That's free education to go play some flag football. So like,
Hmm.
why not? That's a head start at life. They're not thinking about it now, but it's a head start at life, man. You get a free education from just playing a sport you like, and a lot of people never even thought they would be into flag football, but now that's paving your way through school. So gotta capitalize on these opportunities, man, and that's the main thing that I'm doing. It's a way to involve, to kind of get back into the world of football for me now that I'm done playing.
Hmm.
I would like to coach,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to be at one location. I kind of want to just, be there for everybody. So this is a way for me to make myself available for everyone, to be a part of it, to try to get the jewels, try to get something from it, and give coaches a break, because
Hmm.
kids they don't value sports like we did. Um, Hell, they're getting help though. Society is teaching them to devalue rings, because half the kids have more rings than
Hmm.
Tom Brady and Michael Jordan combined, coming into high school and can't even shake a bush. So it
Yeah.
devalues the ring. It devalues a teammate. Everybody want to be on the same team, and they want to be on the same team forever. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to implement a draft. try to mix these teams up if just to have that if a coach want to come in with his squad, hey, fine by me. But majority most of the kids who sign up single are going to be part of a draft system. Um, all
Okay.
these, I want to be on this person team, that person team. It's I'm tired of it. It's I hear about these Zorts points. I don't know what I don't get it, but
I
I'm
don't,
already
I
sick
I
of
don't know
Zorts
what that
points.
is. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, man, I don't get it, man. I don't get it
What's that?
neither. It's just nothing to me. It's no different than rivals.com being a 2-star, 3-star, 5-star. Like hell, it's no different. You know what I'm
Is
saying? That's the way I
is
look
Zor
at it.
is Zort's is that like rivals or like
That's how I look at it. It's just to make
oh
people
so
feel like they're ranked. It's
it's
like
rankings?
give you some
Yeah, it's
points,
rankings.
and if you get a lot of points, that means you're ranked in the nation at this. Whatever. Whatever, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm about kicking ass and taking names. And if we can get a group of kids that can that can come together, represent Hernando County, smash the cities next door to us, Zorts, who cares about
Yes,
Zorts?
sir.
Who care about Zords?
Yeah.
So that's the mentality that I'm in. The more we get the community involved, the more parents not gonna have to come out their pockets so much. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't like how most parents got to pay thousands of dollars just to go somewhere for some tournament, and then
Yeah.
they get some fake ring, bragging
Mhm.
rights with a fake ring. It's a waste of money, and you don't need all that stuff. Man, growing up, we didn't need none of that stuff. We didn't have nobody going
No.
around offering training or none of that stuff, man. So I want to provide a platform where you can sign your kids up, they can get something out of it, and they can also benefit something from it too. I'm partnering with Habitat for Humanity. I want to get these kids into the community, doing stuff.
Yeah.
I understand some of these leagues around here have been putting a bad taste in people's mouth, treating it like a business.
Mhm.
But definitely I'm definitely not trying to treat it like a business. Shit, Central, the Hernando County charged me 7,500 just to use Central High School, you know? So I'm definitely not in it for the money. Not in it for the money, man. So I'm just trying to make something happen, trying to build something for so people can benefit from it. And like I said, man, I made it,
Mhm.
and I only know one way, and I'm just trying to implement that the best I can.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
so that's
hear
my
you.
whole outlook on this flag league.
Let me ask you this because they couldn't give you a discount. I mean, they retired your jersey. They
Man,
retired your jersey. They couldn't give you a discount.
man, ever since I was a kid, I always knew, some things gonna be a little harder for me than others, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I know. I hear you.
I'm not even, I'm sticking with it, and I'm trying to just let people know, hey, I'm here for the good. All the help I can get will be appreciated, and we'll see. Maybe, I do what I can for the county, and try to give back as much as I can, visit many schools I can and stuff like that. So a little help around here might be great. So we'll see how it goes from here.
Fox, Fox, let me ask you this. What do you need help from the community to help you and to help the league out, um, where you can grow it and basically where it can help out kids that can't afford leagues and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just cooperation. Cooperation. Um, you know, sponsors, of course. Have some sponsors to help with that, and that's going to go towards whatever these kids need. If we the entry fees for tournaments, That's not gonna have to come out of parents' pockets no more. You know, like I don't understand
Yeah.
that. But those entry fees not gonna come out their pocket. Not gonna have to go sell no candy, or wash some cars. We can make them get some work other ways. You know, um, and earn
Okay.
it. But just community support. And once these kids want to be involved, I have some coaches or some people who want to volunteer. Um, if I could do it myself, I would. But truth is I can't. So the more help we have, the better. And like I said, man, I'm all for putting money back into the community and into the hands that help me. So we just gotta get something going. We just gotta get it going. And once we get it going, you'll see it snowball and turn to something good. But once we get there, gonna be some work. You know what I'm saying? So I
Um.
need help.
So like when you're wanting to, I know you're wanting to give back. You've always been you know generous and kind to the community and to the kids and
Yeah.
everything like that. And hey man, hats off to you because it's not easy. I mean I remember trying to help with Inverness Storm, and I've talked to you many times about coming up and saying something to the kids. And it's just it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's difficult to run an organization. And because like some parents, they really know how to ruin it
Oh
for
yeah.
the kids. But then
Yeah.
some parents are great because they're always there for you, always helping out, always trying to give back. And I feel like society has lost its ways compared to when we were growing up, where hey, we had to volunteer. You had to volunteer to get new uniforms. We had to volunteer to get better stuff
Yeah. We
for
had to sell
practice
discount
and
cards. We had to do all that
better
stuff.
equipment. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember those discount cards. Those were great.
Yeah, man.
So,
It's
um,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh no, man. Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
there's a
It's
delay.
it's tough to to start these leagues. And like you said with the parents, I have a parent and players corner on my website I just built for the league, and my skills training, off season training. So, just to kind of tell the parents and the players what we expect. The players, of course, utmost respect to your parents and the staff, and just everything from that to the bench. Pick up the trash, don't leave nothing
Hmm.
dirty, treat each other with respect. So just some
Yep.
ground rules, and then with the parents about how to approach us with certain stuff. It's ways to do it. When parents ask me, like, hey, I don't think my kid is doing this, doing that, I tell them, ask your kid if they're having a good time. If they're having a good time, they feel like they're getting something out of it. If they say yes, then that's obviously you gonna take them away from it. You know. So
Hmm. Yeah.
it's been tough for the parents, and that's part of the reason why I kind of thought about not even continuing this. Because just trying to do something good, and some people just rather tell you how they want to do it, and it's just like, fine, go ahead then. I can just sit back and enjoy my
Hmm.
kids, and just do something else. But I'm gonna stick to it. It's not right for the kids to back out and just hang it up. But I'm sticking through it. And like I said, it's been hard dealing with the county and trying to find a place to play football here. You can't play no football. Hell, even the Jerome Brown Center didn't even have a football field on it. They built two basketball courts and a softball field right across from a softball field and a basketball court.
Hmm.
So we really don't got a lot of places to play
Yep.
football. So that's something that we always dealt with now, and so now today it's growing. Football is growing, with flag, and it's nowhere to play. So we have some
Yeah.
issues. You know what I'm
Girls.
saying?
I know how you feel because Citrus County is going through the same thing, brother.
Yeah,
Citrus County does it has the same issues. It's very sparse. There's not enough fields for all these leagues. Then you got these leagues fighting amongst each other, and it's sad because it's like we're all supposed to be here for one common goal.
yeah,
It's for the kids. We always
literally.
say it's about the kids, but then we lose sight of that. And I gotta say, there's some good there's a lot of good leagues up here. I just wish they would all come together and realize like this
Yeah,
whole fighting amongst each other is stupid. You know,
yeah,
it's
and
dumb.
I said the same
We're
thing, and it's more
yeah,
of these travel teams too. Like I always tell people, I'm not here to compete with NFL flag. Like we play on a
yeah,
different day. We play at night. We play at night. We play in different
hmm
time, different place. Like let NFL flag be NFL flag. Get what you get out of NFL flag. And if you want to play more football, come holler at us. It's that simple. These
yeah,
parents will sit here and they'll pay money out the ass to go to multiple different colleges for a camp, you know?
yep,
But you wanna be loyal to a league. you know
yeah,
it's about
yeah.
value, and I'm adding value to what we already have, and that's the mentality that I'm trying to get people out of. And it's like this flag world started something that, this flag world created a monster, man. And it's like it's not going to be good for kids in the future. I'm gonna just tell you that now. It's not going to be
No,
good for kids in the
nope,
future.
nope.
um like I said, like if it was up to me, I asked Under Armour if I could just give them ribbons. I didn't want to do participation trophies. I didn't want to do rings. I didn't
Yeah,
want to. I don't want to devalue ring. A class ring was the lowest ring that you could get, and you had to graduate to get that. It was still a milestone.
hmm
So now we devalue rings. We devalue medals. We devalue a lot of things out there that we grew up like envisioning us having. You know what I'm saying? If we saw us having a medal, it was as an Olympian, you know? So,
yeah, yep.
I'm trying to you know, get these fundamentals back to these kids, man, because it's dying, you know?
Dude, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place never got rings. To me, I hate participation trophies. I couldn't stand it when my kids were playing sports. I still can't stand it. It's one of those things. I hate runner up rings. I hate that crap. I got a championship game this week for basketball, and I told my kids, I'm like, I said, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't accept that second ring, that second place trophy. I wouldn't be accepting that. You better win.
Yeah.
You better win. And to me, that's the killer mentality of athletes now where everybody's buddy buddy kind of drives me nuts. Like you look at Kobe, you look at Michael, you look at all those guys that were great. They were killers. They were assassins. They wanted to make you pay. Now
Yeah.
it's like everybody's so nice and friendly. It's like, hey, we respect each other while you're on the court, but man, I'm sorry, I want to beat you. That's the whole
Yeah.
winning mentality. It's gone away, man. It's like, oh, hey, at least I scored, or at least I got this dunk, or at least I got a touchdown. It's like, who cares? Like you lost. You lost by
Yeah, you
20.
lost.
You lost by 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So um that drives me nuts. It drives me nuts, and everything like that. Let me ask you, so you guys play your games under the lights? You do it at what, Central?
Well, I'm trying to get Central. Like I said, I'm trying to get it. It's been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm trying to
Okay.
hold down Central. And I'm trying to get a location to where we can do it at night, but just adding lights to it is like adding, three more thousand. So I want to play under lights. That's the name of the league. But like I said, we really don't have
Hmm.
nowhere to play. So if anything, I can, look into having a different location, play during the day, and then come to playoffs or championship games. We have it at Central or at a high school kind of central based. So thinking either there or Nature Coast. So we're seeing what's up. Spring State getting some turf, but a lot of schools in the county are offering to have me host the league there. So that's a crazy thing
Yeah.
too.
Well, to me, you need more support, man. You need more support because to me, you're trying to do a great thing, and those parks, they're so overpopulated on those flag
And
days and
soccer,
everything.
yeah,
It's so wild, man. Yeah, soccer
yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah. Soccer has
it's
like
it's wild.
20, 30
It's so
year
wild.
contracts and stuff. So it's
Oh, really?
it's something. It's something that you definitely got to talk about when it comes to Parks and Rec and just the youth of the area, just counties, even neighboring counties, man. You saying y'all got the same issue. You know, they
Yeah.
need places to play. They need places to play. It's something
Yep.
growing, and they have to, take light of that, man. Gotta take light of that, because if not, the way I see it is this, man. If you don't give these kids something to do, they're gonna do something you don't want them to do, and then you're gonna sit up here and blame
Hmm.
them for that. But it's like, how about we
Yep.
clear out some land and make a field for these kids to play on, or at least manage.
Build a sports
I at least want to
complex.
have
That's
these
what we're
older
trying to
kids
do up
manage it
here.
once I'm working these younger kids. It's like, I want to try
Hmm.
to build some you know, you know, some one of these high school kids to be looked up to. So
Yeah.
that'll help them mature as well. So it all plays hand in hand. And like I said, I wanted to do everything at Central, but everything costs, man. Everything costs. And I know, like I said, I know some of these leagues say it's a money grab. It's designed to be a money grab, but you don't have to manage it that way. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be expensive
Well,
on
I
my
know. I
end,
know.
but you don't have to manage it that way.
I know some leagues, especially up in Citrus County, they put a lot of money back into their leagues.
Yeah,
They don't really make a profit at all. They put what they get, they try to turn back around and put in. But and I know you're trying like heck to try to get a field. And I'm gonna tell you right
yeah,
now, Central, my old high school, your old high school, they better get it right because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be upset with them. I'm already upset with them. I've been upset with them in the past, but I'm really gonna be upset with them if they can't work something out for you. And I
yeah.
think we all, I think parents, I think parents and everything need to start calling up the school board and start venting because to me, like that's the one of the ways of getting things fixed. And to me, you're
Yeah,
trying to give back to the community. You're
yeah,
trying you're trying to do everything right. You're not
yeah.
looking to
It's
make a cash grab out of it.
yeah. Plus, it's just you know, well, what is it gonna tell kids in the future if they do something that they can't come back?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
I started my
that's what
journey
I'm
there.
saying, man.
I
Like,
had my vision on that
yeah.
field. So
Hmm.
it's only right that I continue it. And like I
Yeah.
said, I don't mind spreading the love out. I really wanted my first season to be at Hernando to continue what Jerome Brown started. That was my original idea. But Central's where I'm at, where I'm from, and I just went ahead and just stuck with that. But I'm sure Hernando will love it, but I don't want it to be a crazy commute for some families. So I kind of want it to
Yeah.
be central based. So I'm gonna try to find the best location I can, to benefit everyone. So we'll see. Like I
Listen,
said, it
I,
would be
I know
great. It
how
would
you
be great if Central did it, but hey, I know how it is.
listen. I know. I know how you are. You're like me. You're very loyal, and it's okay. It's okay to go somewhere else. You know, like me. Did I think I'd be wearing this? Did I ever think I'd be wearing something like this? You know, Lacanto
Yeah,
gear. You know what I mean? Did I ever think I was ever going to wear Lacanto gear? No. I thought I was going to
yeah,
be, you know, either Central or Citrus High School, you know, wearing black and gold because I did Storm for so many years and tried to get with Citrus and everything. I get it, man. Like I totally get it. If you got to go over there and wear purple. You know, hey, I ain't gonna hate on you. I ain't gonna hate on you. You got to go where they support you, right? You got
yeah,
to go
man.
where you
It's for the
supported.
kids. It's for
So
the kids, man. So
yeah. Hey, hey,
it's
Coach Chop is over there. He'll help take care of you over there. Coach Chop, Coach Chop will take care of you over there at that high school.
yeah,
Just saying,
it's what it's all about,
you
man.
know.
It's all for the kids. Um, you know,
Yep.
we can count on one hand how many people left and went pro in the sport, and
Hmm.
it needs to be more. It needs to be more, man. That's not something that
Yeah.
we need to
Definitely.
praise. That, oh yeah, we know such and such
Definitely.
such such. It's like, nah, man. We need to be a place, a area. People around the country need to know, hey, this part of Florida, like they got them coming out of there. This is what we do.
Yep.
We have some of the best talent, in the world come out of these areas, man, and it's like, and it needs to multiply. So I'm all for trying to, do everything I can to, tell my secrets, man. Give these kids
Yeah.
every chance that they have to succeed. Because shit, we gotta it's gonna be on them, you know? And
Yeah.
so like that's why I chose to do high school. Not many commissioners are choosing to do high school because for one, then paying for the insurance goes up. And then it's just more expensive. But um, you gotta
A
give
lot of
them a
red
chance
tape
too.
too. A lot of
Yeah,
red
you
tape.
gotta give them a chance too, though.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
like you can't work on the littles and then say, hey, when y'all get to a certain age, to hell with you. You can't. So um, I couldn't do
Yep.
this without. I didn't have not one high school kid. Well, we did. I had what, maybe two high school girls that was willing to play in my league, my inaugural season, and it was tough to tell them that we didn't have enough to even have a squad. So
Yep.
I told them I still like for y'all to be a part of it. Somehow. But this next season in the fall, I hope to have enough for some high school kids, man. I understand it's during tackle football, but you know, got people who, guys who still want to like think about they want to get into football. It's safe. You can come learn something. Tune your skills up a little bit before you want to get out there and tackle. Um, so
Yeah.
girls they can still do it. I think their season starts in January or February, sometime around there. So for the
Yep.
fall, girls
Yeah.
can still
It's towards
play
the
in the
winter
league.
time.
Yeah. So it's live go for the girls.
Hmm.
I plan to reach out to scouts, have them come to every event. Hell, I'll tell them, hey, we can go eat afterwards or something, but come check out the talent. I already reached out to some, so
Mm.
I just need some high school kids. I need some high school kids that's
Yep.
trying to like treat this as a platform, you know, instead of loyalty to some league. It's just a platform.
Yeah.
So once we do that, I have scouts walking around the track, just checking out talent, man. And hey, if you feel the pressure,
We
it's on you.
hey, we need to like start making this I think everybody needs to start sharing that and getting the word out for you because we live in small towns, man, and word of mouth gets around, then hey, there's gonna be, hey, he's trying to get scouts to come here, I think
Yeah,
that would entice it. You know, that would entice. Shoot, if I was still in high school, that would entice me to come play. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
If I
you know
played
how it
flag
is too.
football, you know,
People just sit around and wait to see
yeah,
how it's gonna go, and it's like oh, what's the point? It's like we have it. It's ready. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to see it come alive, then come on, like come on.
mm,
And
yeah,
then once it's alive, then from there we just gotta just maintain it, and then it's gonna be like clockwork.
yeah.
We got talent coming in. Like I want it to be Brooksville or Hernando County versus the world. If Citrus want to get
Hmm.
some, y'all can get some too. You know, it's just that's how I gotta be. Forget these points, forget these
Hmm.
ratings, these stars. None of that stuff matter. I haven't had, I didn't have not a single star to my name my entire career. Not a single
I
star.
know it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
And
Crazy to me
people will
how
sit up here and give
you
their
didn't have a
arm
single
for it
star.
because it didn't matter.
Yeah,
I didn't care about it.
yeah.
I knew I didn't even care about the draft. I didn't care if I got
How
drafted. I just want to get to a team. Let me get to
how
a
was
team. I'll show you what's up.
tell everybody how it was when you went to Troy. Give us a little glimpse of how Troy was when you went to Troy and everything like that. How was it fun? And
Yeah.
tell them what you liked about it.
Well, for one, uh, it's Alabama. It's a little behind in time. You know, it's a little
Hmm.
behind in time. They tradition is, yeah. They don't have no pro sports for real. You know, so
Yeah.
it was different. You know what I'm saying? But I went there for to play football, to focus on that, and that's what I did. I focused on my education. I focused on football. I had to, I originally went for sports medicine, but they told me I had to switch it. So, didn't quite understand that with the whole, you get a full ride, thing, and you know what I'm saying. So I didn't really understand that, but that's another conversation. But like, I originally committed to FAMU, because that was the only offer
Hmm.
I had. That's why I tell a lot of kids, none of that stuff matter because I was a pretty good player and I only had one offer coming out and it was FAMU. So,
Can I correct
um,
you on that though? Can I
what?
correct you on that? You were a damn good player. You were a damn good player. I'm not just
Appreciate it,
saying
man.
that because you're on my show and everything like that. You were a great player. Dude, we could tell. Like, I'm pretty good at looking at kids that have undiscovered, untapped potential. And when it comes to, and I feel like that's the reason why um I'm a decent coach, but I believe in a lot of kids. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, when you carry that football all around, you carried it from middle school all the way to, high school, and you were carrying it around all the time. You come to our practices and everything like that. Dude, you were different. Your mentality was different and everything like that. So to me, like, you were a damn good player. Unfortunately, if I feel like if Coach Coach Wilkinson would have been around, uh,
Yeah, would have made a
for all
difference.
4 years for you, it would have made a difference. It definitely would, because coaching does make a difference when it comes to getting
Yeah,
eyes on
went through
players.
three coaches.
Um, you know, yeah, yeah.
I
So
appreciate it,
I
man.
know,
And
I know. Listen, if Coach Wilk was there still, you would have had no problem getting offers. I guarantee
yeah,
you that. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. But hey,
And
it needed it
that's
needed
just
to happen this
me.
way.
That's just me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happened this way. It happened this
So
way for a reason, man. And now I can tell kids that I had it the worst way. You know what I'm saying? I had it the worst way, man.
yeah.
I had different coach every year. In high school, it didn't change nothing. I still had one goal in mind is to
Yep.
get to college, man, and I didn't let not a coach stop that. So
And
a lot
keep
of kids
working
they
hard
blame
too.
coaches today. They blame a lot on coaches. They blame a lot on all this other shit, and they take it home to their parents, and their parents listen to it. And I encourage a lot of parents to go to these
Mhm.
practices. If y'all can go to these practices, I will go to these
They need to.
practices and watch your kids practice. Simple as that.
Mm.
But you
So
know, hmm?
was it I want I want to go. I want to do some like rapid fire questions with you because
All right.
I don't have much time on this battery here. Um, so I want to go through a couple rapid fire questions, and then my last question is going to be is basically what are you thankful for? But don't answer that right now. So let's go down the list real quick. Favorite NFL stadium
Lambo, hands down.
that you played at?
Lambo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, hardest hit hardest hitter you ever faced?
Well, the hardest hitter I ever faced or took. The
Yeah.
hardest hit I ever took
Well, took.
was it was a goal line Jamarcus Sanford with the Viking safety. He came down from the
Okay.
heavens. It was a goal line
Mm,
stand. We met right at the goal line, and he about took my left shoulder off. But I reached the ball in, and
mm.
it went under review, and I ended up scoring. But like, my God, I'm like, he really didn't want me to score.
No, we did.
Oh my gosh, man, he came
Best
down from the
teammate you
heavens.
ever had.
Man, that's a hard one,
Best
man. That's a hard
best
one,
teammate you
man.
ever had.
That's a hard one, man. That's a
You can
hard
pick.
one.
You can pick a couple. You can pick a couple.
I
It's all
don't know,
right.
man. That's a hard one though. Well, obviously, I got my dog TJ Heath, man. I'm still talking about every day. He was a DB.
Hmm.
He was my roommate, our rookie year in Jacksonville. But
Okay.
Jermichael Finley was that was my homie when I got to Green Bay. Of course, all the running backs.
Tight
Everywhere you go,
end.
you close to the running backs. But yeah, but J
Hmm.
Mike, he was a real one when I first got to Green Bay, and of course, he got love from Donald Driver and some of those guys, some of the legends, man. But that's because they saw what I did in practice, and they knew what was up, before I kind of hit the scene. So they was proud when I hit the scene. So it's tough, and then those a lot of those relationships went on throughout my career and everywhere I went, and kind of obviously built up more and more. But it was tougher, man. But I would say those two begin with, and plus every running back room and the lineman room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. How was it? How was it with playing? How was it playing with Aaron Rodgers?
well, I would say it's probably equal to being on set with Leonardo DiCaprio or somebody. You
Hmm.
gotta know your shit. Um
Yeah.
uh you're gonna straighten up. You're gonna do what you need to do in order to be on that level, or to even be a part of it. So
Okay.
he bring the greatness out you, and I knew I was heading down the right path whenever he asked if they activated me yet. So he was waiting for me to get activated, and when he whispered that in my ear, and so I was like, oh snap, he's in my corner. You know what I'm saying? So uh
Mm.
but
Yeah.
I would just say the only thing that I should have studied harder. I should have studied an hour longer every time I studied. You know,
Yeah.
I knew what I needed to
Mm.
know, but I didn't. I wasn't quite the student of the game. And I should have just put in an extra hour. But,
Okay. What was your favorite pregame song
oh shoot, man! Sometimes I
when you
listen to
getting
jazz
ready?
before a game. Depends. It depends on my
Okay.
mood. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was never a
Yeah.
rah-rah guy. It'll come to me and
Mm-hmm.
I just let it come to me, man. And I might listen to some
Yeah.
jazz. Sometime I don't want to hear no vocals or nothing. You know, just depends on my mood.
Mm. What
Yeah.
was what was more fun? What was more fun, college or NFL?
Based in according to what?
Just playing. Did you
Um
have more fun playing or in the NFL, or did you have more fun playing in at Troy?
well, college is fun. NFL is just it's a
Yeah.
different it's a different level. So, you know, the game feels different. It's I don't know, man. It's you kind of you just have you're a professional. So you
Mhm.
see when something goes wrong, you see it, you feel it. Uh and everybody's pretty much on the same page. College, not all the guys in college going with you to the NFL, and they're not going to be on that same level.
Yeah.
So once you get those guys on the same level, the speed is different. Um, you know, it's faster because everybody's smarter, everybody's more in tune. You
Hmm.
know, so
Yeah.
if
Um.
you fake somebody, you gotta sell the hell out of that.
Yeah. My best friend's a Bears fan, and Jason Level. I call him J Ho. He he's a Bears fan, big Bears fan. He's even got Brett Favre's sucks tattooed on him. He's got a Brett Favre's Green Bay Packer jersey tattooed on him, and it says sucks under the number 4. Okay. He asked, is the Bears and Packers rivalry your favorite?
No, it's not really no big rivalry. It's the oldest rivalry. The it's just but no, but it get heated though. It get heated, man. It's the most respected. It's the most respected, and
Okay.
like having like I didn't get to go against Urlacher. I didn't go against him. I'm kind of glad I didn't go against him because Lance Briggs was enough. So having Lance Briggs and Urlacher, man, 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 man. I went up against Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, and that was a great duo,
Yeah.
but like
Hmm.
it like Briggs and Urlacher's that's different, man. And like I said, man, Briggs was smacking one game. And if you cut that ball back, man, Briggs was smacking. And I wasn't cutting it back at all. And you had Julius Peppers on the
You
edge.
were like, nope.
Man, yeah, I just ran straight out of
Ooh.
bounds on that play, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, coach, that play was over before it started. Julius took a step outside and that play was over. So, uh that rivalry is most respected. Definitely most highly respected. But trash talking, Detroit. Detroit.
Yeah.
We was straight
Oh.
trash
Okay.
talking Minnesota. Minnesota, Detroit is about equal. It just depends on, you know,
Yeah.
if the
Who's
Vikings
on
is hot,
defense?
then then they're gonna be the
Yeah.
ones talking the most. If the Lions hot, they're gonna be talking the most.
Hmm.
So those two games,
Yep.
I'll say get the bloodiest. You know, there's more blood and
Mm.
there's more bad blood between us in those games than Chicago. Because we've been and plus we was beating Chicago. Tell your homie we was beating Chicago face in for years. So it really didn't seem like it was
Well,
too
I
much of a
mean, Aaron
rivalry.
Rodgers owns them. Remember, Aaron Rodgers owns them. He's the owner. It even
So
says on Wikipedia. It
yeah,
even
so we
says
weren't
on
really,
Wikipedia, proud owner
you
of the
know,
Bears.
we respect y'all. We respect y'all, but we gotta do what we gotta do with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know me. I'm a Ravens fan, so I know you had
Oh
your cup
man, I
of
don't even
tea
want to talk
there.
about my days.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
don't even want to talk about my
yeah,
days in Baltimore. It was a
I know,
week. That was a week
I
that
know, I know.
I
You had
thought
a
I
yeah,
thought
you had a cup
I
of
thought
tea
me-
there.
man, I thought my agent sent me there to die, man. I thought that was my tombstone was. I'm like, dang man, I can't end
Really?
here. I'm like, it can't end here in Baltimore.
Uh,
San Francisco called me, man. I was like,
Harbaugh?
San Fran called
Was
me, and
Harbaugh
oh
that bad?
man, they revived me. Man, it was just a dark
Yeah,
time in Baltimore then, man. You know what I'm saying? Even
yeah,
T Sizzle and,
I
and
know.
Steve Smith, they got injured, they took off. They, a lot of the guys wasn't even hanging around the facility. And some of the coaches, they
Yeah.
get a little uptight too when you lose. Hell, that's your job. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your
Hmm.
family to another place. You don't know if y'all gonna have a job. Especially if your
Yep.
coach don't get a job, then I mean you're not gonna have a job. It's like who knows what's
Hmm.
gonna happen. So people uptight, man. They was all on my ass about sunflower seeds. I'm just like, God damn. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, y'all are like, my goodness. Like, I've been part of a losing team. Jacksonville,
Let
we
me.
only won 5 games, but I ain't never seen nothing
All
like
right.
Baltimore. I ain't never seen nothing like Baltimore, man.
Let me ask.
San Fran had the same record. And it
Let
was
me
it was
ask you this
bright
real
over
quick.
there.
Let me ask you this real quick. Before I ask you my last question. What's two of your favorite mom and pop places around Hernando County?
I would say this spot called Boondoggles. I think I said it right. Boondoggles.
Okay.
Boondoggles. They got a nice the the smash burger on point.
Okay.
Um
All right.
but you know, other than that, man, shoot. I don't know. I cook a lot. So
Yeah.
I make the macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving
Okay.
type deal, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I kinda
Yeah.
I don't really eat out too much.
Hmm. Now let me ask you this. What three things are you grateful for before we leave?
My obviously my boys, man, my family. Um, the impact I make on people. I feel like I leave
Hmm.
like I'm a pretty solid person, and
Okay.
thankful to be built that way. You know, um,
Yep.
so how many does that count? How many is that? You said three.
Yeah.
Does that
I
count as
mean,
one?
that count. That. Yeah. That count.
It can't. Yeah,
I mean, you
everything.
gotta throw your mom in there. You gotta throw your mama in there, man.
She in
You
there.
know.
Nah, she in there. She in there. Of
I
course.
know.
Yeah.
I know. But
Um,
hey, that's your big. That
all
was
that
one of your
connection.
biggest cheerleaders, man.
Yeah, but that's all one to me,
She was.
man. That's all one to me, man. Especially if I'm the common denominator.
Listen, I
That's one right there. So
wish. I wish everybody's mama was like your mama. Your mama was great. Your mama is great.
appreciate it,
She's a
man.
great lady. You know. So, look, man, I appreciate you coming on. I know, we are on a little time restrict, but I like to have you back on so you could talk more about, the league and what we can do to help. And,
Sure, for sure.
and you got anything to plug before you got to go?
Um, like, nah, not really, man. Just hey, man. Everybody who tuned in, take care, and hey, I got you. I'm always here to talk. Just holler at me, man.
I know. Hey, man, I appreciate you. And look, man, we'll do this together. Again, we'll do this. We'll definitely be on a couple more times, through the season if you want to. I know I got Marcus Ogden coming on a couple times this upcoming season. We'll talk about the league and we'll talk about your flag league and everything. And look, man, I
All right.
appreciate you. And I know my.
So what? I guess we still on.
Sorry about that, everybody. Battery died. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate Dujaun Foxx Harris from coming in on the show. Hey, peace out. Everybody be safe. I know it's raining out there. Y'all have a good one. Peace.